or make you laugh, make you cry like Ain't Life Funny. Ugh.
Well, hey, in the interest of like performance art, Aaron, there's something I was going to bring up to you as a topic before we get into football, because I know it's.
Well, we didn't intro the podcast too.
Oh shit! Okay, well, intro. This is what's up, everybody? Thanks for listening to some bullshit there. We're on episode. What is this, Aaron? Episode 28, dude.
Something like that, yeah.
Dude. This is crazy. Also, this is the last episode that I'm going to record from the studio that I've been in. And by studio, I mean my very small one-bedroom apartment in Hermosa Beach. We're moving, dude. So, new studio, new drip coming, LBC.
Why you send me this funny-ass article, bro?
Bro, this is what we're going to talk about. Performance art, dude.
Oh, man, that's amazing.
So, first of all, again, thanks for everybody. Welcome. We kind of forgot to intro the podcast. That's cool. It's ghetto like that. But this is episode 28. And what I want to bring to you now, Aaron, is in regards, you brought up performance art. So, CNN, I believe, there's a guy named Jeffrey Toobin.
It's absurd. Toobin has been a fixture on CNN for decades, and this story shows how he remained firmly placed among the media elite. Imagine this, a top-tier Zoom call. People on the call, some of the biggest writers from the most respected magazine in the country. Toobin is on a call with colleagues from The New Yorker who are playing some...
Rich DeMiro was on there?
No, this is our generic
Zoom video.
His kids
they're planning some special election coverage. Along with not only folks from The New Yorker, from New York City's premier public radio station, WNYC, all told, about 20 people are on the Zoom call. There's some breakout rooms. Speaking of breaking out, according to press reports, at some point, Toobin engages in an intimate act of self-gratification, seemingly unaware that a Zoom camera is on. For his part, Toobin calls the incident an embarrassing and stupid mistake. New Yorker has suspended the longtime writer. Toobin himself asked to be taken off the air at CNN while he deals with a, quote, personal issue. All say, what happens to...
And, I'm sorry, this man works for the New Yorker.
Yeah.
So what happened here is Jeffrey was on a Zoom call with his colleagues. They were having a meeting. A lot of us are working from home, and that's what we're all doing. You're in a meeting, and, it gets a little boring. Well, me, I just kind of zone out, just listen, try to act interested. Apparently Jeffrey Toobin forgot he was on. They could see him, and he just started busting, dude. He just started beating off. He got caught.
He started busting.
He started busting moves in the middle of a Zoom. I guess he thought the camera was off, or like the mute button.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Him.
But here's my thing, dude. How are you in a meeting for work that horny that it's like, I'll just turn my camera off real quick and mute this and just rub it a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, just brush up against a little bit of that internet puss. Yeah, I mean, dude, how long could that meeting have been? Like an hour? Like you couldn't chill for an hour?
Also, what were they talking about while he was beating it? Where it was like, they were like, okay, so the coronavirus, it's just completely obliterating us as a people. Society's crumbling. Oh my God, Jeffrey!
What's funny is that if it had been me, and I had been in that Zoom call, because I would have been on mute anyways, and I just would have been looking at his camera and seeing him in the corner, be like, look at him, yo, see what he's doing?
Everyone's in the chat what the Jeffrey?
Like I said, how can you not chill for an hour though, dude? Even if it was a 5-hour meeting, bro, you can't just lay off of it for 5 hours to just be like.
Please, some Russian hacker, please get the recording of that. So I want to just see not him beating off, but the reactions of the people, and then what, if anything, he said when he got caught. When he was he sorry.
You could tell, bro. He had to get that nut out quick, because that's why he didn't turn the camera off, dude. Because he probably just got to the site he was looking for and was like, "Oh yeah, there it is."
That's
and just
what it was, dude. He was
got the clicking
Zoom, but he had the window open, and he was like,
"Yeah,
oh, this is that one video that you scroll for like 2 hours. He was probably scrolling for like an hour during the meeting, and then he found that whatever it's like, oh,
Dude,
no.
imagine you talking about you want to see when he gets caught. I want to see the build up to it because, like you said, you just see him off to the side and like they're just talking about like important stuff, like in the budget financials this year. Like, and then finally, like he sees what he's looking for. He's like, hold on, just see him just get quiet as hell. I was like, hey, Jeffrey, are you okay? Like, huh?
He's
Oh,
weird, like hanging himself with a belt, like.
Oh God. We gotta spoof that now. That's the perfect Zoom spoof, dude. There you go. Because I mean, you already showed that one guy that got caught when he was playing like that video game,
Yeah,
like
dude.
Warzone or something, right?
How are you so like? I've been horny to the point where I was like, I gotta get this out. I gotta get this evil out of me. But I was never like. I was never like in the middle of a meeting, like, listen, guys, like, I can't help this.
It's like your homies are over your house and like you guys are all like having a cookout or something, and you just like walk into not even like another room. You just like go in the corner and just start beating off. And it's just like, hey,
Blair
man.
Witch style, where you're just in the corner facing the wall, like,
I mean,
guys,
or facing everyone. Or facing everyone. I mean, at least. I would just think that if you face the wall, you at least have some courtesy where it's like, I wasn't looking at making direct eye contact.
I mean, that would be creepy if you just walked in and one of your buddies is facing the wall beating off. I'd be like, I'm selling that.
It's like, we are not friends anymore, just so you know.
You don't know why. You got to get out of here. And I never want to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
Please leave. But no, dude, honestly, if this guy was smart, though, what he would do is try to flip this and just become a sympathetic figure. So what he does is, because like I saw Chris Rock's comedy special that he did his last one, and he talks about how he was a sex addict addicted to watching pornos. So like this guy just needs to do the same thing. We're just like, man, pornography has a grip on me, guys. I need help. You know what I'm saying? And then like people maybe he could
go to rehab,
you know what I'm saying? Exactly for watching.
What's the sexaholic rehab? Is that just people in a camp fucking until they can't?
I think you just go there and talk about how you feel lifeless inside and you just fuck because you don't care about anyone or yourself, and you just talk about feelings mostly. That's what I would assume it is. But I don't know how you get verified out of that.
If it becomes really problematic though, where you're like, I literally just fucked some homeless dude. I needed it. Like it was like what is a sexaholic?
Well, how do you test them for it? Is my thing, because like it's like when you go to drug rehab, you get drug tested. You know what I'm saying? Like if you smoke crack, and then you go there and
just
get
bring
clean,
in progressively uglier things, and they're like, "Do you want to fuck this?"
Right.
And it just gets to a level where they're like, "Sir, this is you're gonna fuck that pile of garbage." Okay, well then we gotta put you in jail.
Right. Well, you need to come back to rehab with us.
That
is a box of razors. You sure you want to do this? It's a whole there.
AIDS on it. You're fucking AIDS. You can't. This is wrong.
Oh, you said AIDS. I thought you said aid. Like this wasn't a sexual aid. I misinterpreted that. I apologize so much. But yeah, dude, I just don't know how you're in a Zoom meeting and it's just you get that, I feel you on the split screen move because he probably was
But still, you gotta know you're in a meeting. You have to have
some bookmark that shit,
meeting, right?
You can bookmark that shit. That's what I'm saying. I think he was talking in the meeting. He probably was
just fluff yourself a little bit. Nobody's gonna notice that. Keep it, keep it spicy, but you don't have to straight beat off.
Dude, that's just too much, bro. And then
and also I'm reading this article now. I'll put a link up to this article in the description of the episode, but it seems like he was not only in a meeting with CNN, or I'm sorry, with the New Yorker, but they were also on the meeting with a New York City metropolitan area radio station that had, so this was a huge call. And not only that concerning, this guy is the legal expert for this publication. And he's a senior legal analyst at CNN.
He's too old to be doing this shit is the main thing. The number one point that you need to land on.
Drugs, are they giving old people that they're just straight trying to get They're just
And that guy's married, bro.
all the time. Like, I'm not even like this. I feel like like I've gone through some shit, but it's like,
I mean, dude,
I'm
like I said,
sometimes, but I'm not like to the point where I gotta bust loose in the middle of a meeting. I mean, God damn.
I'm telling you, man. Like if anything, he needs to just try to make himself a sympathetic figure and just be like, "Oh, I'm addicted, man. I'm sorry." Like maybe people will feel bad for him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like take pity, but
dude, you're that old though, and you're still like, I get it, dude. Like questionable decisions you make when you're horny, like definitely done that. That's just the thing we all like, male, female, gay, straight, whatever. Like, whenever you're about like that moment where like the decision's about to be made where you're gonna get laid, like whatever you can do, and you're in like that frothy like you're ready.
Oh man, like
stage.
never
will anything. And I've done a lot of shit.
Bro, never will your mind work so quickly and efficiently as when you're in those moments. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're like,
oh, bro,
in like the most fucking great shit. You're like, dude, this is a fucking. I'm a genius.
Well, like any obstacle too that could come up, like you are willing to overcome it. That's how anything's ever got accomplished to me. If you think about like the epitome of man's achievements, like it's probably just like Christopher Columbus was just horny as fuck, and it's just like some chick in America was like, "Hey, I'll fuck you if you get over here." It's like, I get a boat. Know what I'm saying? Like I got like a whole crew. Look, we just got the food.
He was just doing that. No, it wasn't even a chick in America. He knew some chick back in where he was in Spain or whatever that was like, listen, if you discover some shit, I'll break walls down. So you come back and you tell me about a new place, maybe I'll give you a little handy or something.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man.
And chick, so we can all have a three-way, and then we can do that. And he's like, done. Three-way? Seriously?
Right.
Come on, get the crew. Get the fucking crew.
I mean, dude, you know that's a real thing though too, because back in the day, like before like condoms even existed, like dudes used to use the intestines of animals to bang.
Dude.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally a shit tube that you tie around your dick to bang a chick. It's just like, bro, like how horny were you at this point where it was just like, yo, I don't care what anybody else says. Like, I'm gonna make this happen. Like, oh, you don't want to have a kid? Don't worry. I figured this out.
I don't want to take this to like disgusting, childish level, but I got to, because just to think, like, if you went back in time and they were like, you're gonna experience like everything, the smells, the taste, the smell of a fucking gross ass like Victorian pussy or whatever, like,
oh man.
Just like plague era pussy, that level, or like Viking pussy. I mean, it's gotta smell like a fucking farm or some shit. It's just not, like how people kept going. I don't know.
You know what's crazy?
That shows how much the sex drive is. Like through all the shit, people covered in dirt. It's like people had to fuck. It was just like, we gotta do this, guys. Three-way. Right. That just kept happening. Columbus got a three-way or whatever for doing his shit. Caveman made fire and two chicks were married. It's just all. This is what I think we discovered how the universe started, dude. Somebody.
Bro, it's all linked to that, bro. Like I would tell you that every great achievement was probably responsible either sex or drugs. That would be my theory on reality as we know it.
I mean, I feel like there probably a few things got through without the aid of either of those things, but you never know.
Well, like when people say like they saw God and all that and like all those stories, I feel like that's all drug use. And then like you said, any great achievement, like the pyramids probably got built because, Cleopatra was just like, yo, I ain't finna give nobody none until somebody builds some shit I ain't never seen before. You know what I'm saying?
I want somebody that looks like a cat and a man. And I want some big ass pyramids. And they were like, what is this stuff? What? And she's like, you got to build it. But if you do, and then she just like pulled a little bit of her titty out. And like everyone's like, oh, like.
Right. We're on it. Don't worry. We're right to it, man.
2 days later, like everyone's like, how were these things built? It had to have been aliens. And it was just like every day she just showed a little bit more of her titty.
Hey, man. Motivation.
So
motivation,
you
dog, like no
history,
other.
You're welcome.
But yeah, as far as our boy goes there, young Jeff, I
He's-
mean,
Do you think, I mean, he is a legal analyst. Maybe he can, like you said, spin this, get a little,
well, the problem with it
get
is
some
that
positive energy towards him. Like, I'm a cuck. You know, I
well,
can't help
yeah.
it. I just am constantly horny, and, you know, something has to give here, dude.
Well, what sucks for
I don't
him is
want to, like,
that
go
as a
down
man.
on, like, I should not have said what I said. Let's pull it back. I don't want to talk badly about a man for masturbating, but in this case, I mean, Jeff, the judgment, bro. I mean,
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's too
You
funny
know
of a story,
technology is. That wasn't his first Zoom meeting. You're
right?
6 months in.
Exactly.
You know how this shit works. Put the camera off, and if you got a beat off or, you know, do what you can do anything if the camera's off, even if they can hear you. They're just gonna hear like,
Right.
and they just be like, are you eating a delicious soup? Like, what's going on?
A soup?
Are you mud? Are you stepping in mud right now?
Oh man. But yeah, dude, like that's the problem. Like as a man, like society really has no sympathy for that anyways. Like they just find that hilarious. It's like if you got beat up by a chick or something, you know what I'm saying? Like as a man, you just have to take that L and like you're a joke now. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe if it was a woman, like I think that'd be even more hilarious, but I feel like the world wouldn't want to rain down on her as hard as a man, but you can't. There's no redemption though. Like he's an old guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the other thing.
Like not a good. I mean, a guy beating off just visually, it's just gross. You know,
yeah,
like
I mean, like you
I'm a
can't
dude.
get out of that and win.
I've seen myself beat off. Like I know what it looks like.
Do it in the mirror, bro.
I mean, I just, you know, I tape myself. It's like a golf.
Oh,
You just got to analyze. I'm trying to like,
pointers for
respect
yourself.
it, you know. But no, I'm just saying, like, it's just not a good look. So for him, like, to come back from what I'm assuming is probably like at least a dozen people seeing this guy's dick, and I don't know, like, what was he showing? Like, was he butt ass naked? He couldn't have been like naked.
he probably was just into it, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he just was just going too hard. Like, he probably just like started switching hands and
then like
you know what I'm saying?
first, like pat, it was just like a little square. Like, Jeff, what the fuck? What was that? And he's like,
Right.
he just couldn't
just,
stop
like-
coming. Like he was trying to explain himself. Like, oh god,
They caught him like grabbing a bunch of tissues and shit off to the side. It's like, man, are you? Oh my god, Jeff! It's like your camera's still on, dude. Like, huh?
That's okay. I was just